Okay, there you go.
So friends, I'm very happy to share Śrī Sutra. We had covered Sutra 1 and 2. And now we are covering 3 and 4. 3 I have given some glimpses. Now let's continue that. So in this third sutra is Yoni Varga Kala Shariram. This sutra, from the sutra number 2, we have understood how that is number 2, we have said Ajnanam Bandha. So we have understood how we have become down from Shiva to an ordinary human self. This is due to the bondage of 3 factors of Maya. Number 1, Anavamal, that is limitation of the self. It is our self-imposed limitation. Then Maya Mala, that is illusion. Mala means impurities. There are 7 of them are the Maya Mala, means 7 impurities which makes the dualism. And third is the Karmika Mala, done by the mind and the body. Whatever karmas we do, karma means deeds. Whatever deeds, good deed or bad deed, that takes into play. Now, Yoni Varga Kala Shariram. Yoni means it's the cause of universe. Varga means class of your own class attached to your body. So that we can say your own class is part of your body, like fingers, palm, throat, etc. Your relationship outside your body, like our father, mother, wife, children, etc. Your likes and dislikes. This separates to your body is the Yoni Varga. The separation of body. So this is the way we are saying that Yoni Varga is called as source of Maya, and the Varga are the class of attributes of Maya. This makes a person in dualism. There are 7 important factors leading to the illusion. Number 1, Maya means illusion. Kala means it's a fragmentation. Avidya means only the knowledge of the worldly things. 4th is Raga, means attachment. 5th is Kala, means Kala, means the time. And Niyati is the space. Time and space are more important for the Maya. And this makes us reduce from Shiva, that entity of Shiva, to a Tat Purush. We are being reduced from the Shiva to the Purush state. So in the Kashmir Shaivism, they call the Purush as a Pashu and the Shiva as a Pashupati. So this is important to know. So what are these different types of 7 ingredients of Maya? That is, Maya is an illusion creating the dualism. Kala, we have a fragmented understanding. As rightly put, we only understand some parts of it. Even we are having some parts in our scriptures also. Sometimes we read Vedas, sometimes we read Upanishads, sometimes we read Puranas, sometimes we read Tantras. So all mixture of things makes difficult for our sadhana to do this way or that way. So all fragmentation is so much there for each and every topic, each and every subject. And this fragmentation is from the mind consciousness to the different parts of our body. The fragmentation comes in the way. The consciousness is all around in our body, but we only, whatever we see, only that what we perceive. But totality of things we should be able to absorb and understand. So this Kala Tattva, we will do it in much more detail. So going to the next, Avidya. We have knowledge of external world, not the inner management. How to understand our inner self. But sometimes it's easy. If you are doing any wrong thing, you will get a message yourself that this is wrong thing. Your consciousness will tell you what you are doing is not right. But still, you are doing for the sake of some benefit. So, for the benefit we are doing, so that makes our action against our mind and the consciousness. Raga means attachment. Because the attachment is there because we have multiplicity of desires. These are so many desires, and whether all the desires can be satiated or can be finished, because there are limited means. The Robbins definition in economics says, economics is a science of behavior which studies a human relationship between multiplicity of wants and scarce means, which has alternative uses. So this is a very beautiful definition. Robbins definition, we call it in economics. So this applies here because we have so many desires, but we have limited finance and limited capacity and limited things to do. So we cannot fulfill all the desires. And these desires, which we are attached to it, it makes a sequential of our life and death cycle. So the Shiva was, so Shiva is having the complete satisfaction, but we are having this, so many things and we are not totally satisfied at all. So this is the position of Raga, Kala. We are bound by the time factor, such as past, present, and future. I am saying so many times, how do we count the time? Time we are counting by the rise of the sunrise and the sunset. We call it one day, likewise night also. And we count it as a week, then months and years and all that. So it is our measure of all the time counting. So time measure is done by us only, not by the Shiva. So we have made ourselves bound by time. And we always remember past, present, and future. We always plan for future also. And because of this, our mind is also working in past, present, and future. So we cannot concentrate, and we generally ignore our own self because we are always thinking of this past and the future. Niyati. Niyati is bound by the space we call it, space and the forms. Different objects are there, which causes the karmas of the past. Different forms. See, we are connected to so many space, time and space. The Niyati also makes that desires are the causes of karmas of the past. So unfulfilled desires. It makes us Niyati, that's what we are supposed to do at this birth. But we can always correct it by doing sadhana. Satpurush, the individual sentient being, that is called human being, because of all the limitations which we have to, and we are already undergoing it, but we have to go above this. So actually speaking, Maya is nothing but play of time and space. Time and space, if you can cover, so you can be out of Maya. Time is called as Kali, and space is a limiting factor which we have to come out from that. So I think there are so many metaphors used for all this, but let us concentrate on whatever is given in our text. Kala Shariram, that is, the Kala Shariram means the activities we are doing by our human body gives rise to karma mala. That is impurity of our deeds. We are thinking in our mind and speaking words and sentences gives rise to good or bad. Mental actions, also by our hands, etc., creates a physical action. There are sometimes harmful to other humans. Sometimes our actions are harming others. Sometimes our words may also harm others. This creates karmika mala, means impure deeds. The matruka is also used by us, has a twofold effects. Kala Shariram. Here somebody had asked the question, how Shiva Sutra is related to Śrī Vidya. That answer is here. It is related to Śrī Vidya from the beginning. Shiva and Sri Lalita Mahatripur Sundari is our, Shiva is static and Lalita is a dynamic or kinetic, and Shri is the consciousness, very dynamism is there, and they are our soul. So we had discussed this Shiva, Shakti, Sadashiv, Ishwar, Shuddha Vidya. I had given that chart also. So in nutshell, our soul has 5 faculties or tattvas. Mind has got 7 Mayic tattvas, and the body has 24 tattvas. Tattvas are called as elements. Totally we have 36 elements. And what if you are doing a sadhana popularly, then in the morning first we do tattvachmanam. Tattvachmanam means Atma Tattvam Shodhayami Svaha, we purify our body. Vidya Tattvam Shodhayami Svaha, we purify the mind. And Shiva Tattvam Shodhayami Svaha, we purify the soul. And Sarva Tattvam Shodhayami Svaha, you purify the whole body, including all the things together. So all the 36 tattvas we are knowingly or unknowingly we want to purify. So what are these tattvas? Then this slide is there. So in Shaivism, if you go to Pashupatinath or Nepal, the Shivlingam has got 4 faces. And the top face is not there because it is infinity. So what are these 4 faces? Are the infinity, what is the upward is Ishana. Then Vamadev is the side one. That is East, that is Uttaramnai. Then Shadyajat is the Paschimamnai. Then Aghora is called we call Dakshinamnai, and Tatpurusha is called as Purvamnari. So these are the 5 faces of the Shiva. So every face has got some type of ingredients. So this way I have tried to formulate in this way that the functions of Shiva is all the faces are of Shiva only, but for the sake of brevity, we have given certain names. Shiva is the static. Shiva has got the Shakti, Swatantra Shakti, and that Shakti of Shiva is called Shakti. That is next Shakti. Then Sadashiva is the Ichha Shakti of Shiva, means desire of Shiva to create the universe. Then Ishvara is a Jnana Shakti, how to create the universe. That is Ichha Shakti of Shiva, how to create. Then comes the Jnana Shakti, Ishvara. And after Ishvara, the physical action is Shuddha Vidya. That is, they create the universe totally. So why they have created this universe, I think we have already given some PPT and some other things, that Shiva wanted to know his own power, and for all that he has done all these creations. And Shiva's power, Shiv is the Shaktiman, the holder of the Shakti, and Shakti is called as a power of Shiva. Then Shakti proceeds further as Ichha Shakti, Sadashiva. Ishwar is called as Jnana Shakti, and Shuddha Vidya is the Kriya Shakti. So here we call, because of this, Shiva has got Anuttar. Beyond Shiva there is nobody. And the Shakti is the Anand Shakti. It is called as big bliss. So Shiva has got Anuttara. The power of Anuttara is Shiva is Sarva Kartrutva Shakti. That is Swatantra, means freedom. Those who are from English medium, so Swatantra means freedom. Shiva is free to do everything. Then Shakti, that is goddess, has got Sarvagnata, all knowing. Knowing everything. So omniscience, we call it. Then we call the Shadyajat, means Sadashiva, that is Ichha Shakti, that is Purna, means full satisfaction. Fully satisfied person is Shiva. He doesn't want to do anything. He wants to just see the play of the universe. Then Agora, Ishvara, Jnana Shakti, the power of Shiva is Nitya, means eternal. He cannot be limited. He has got eternality. Time bondage is not there. So it is eternal power is there. And Tat Purusham is Sarva Vyapakta. So he can pervade everywhere. So this Nityatva is the time and Sarva Vyapakta is the space. So these are the different ingredients of Shiva. So this is again descended. After that Kriya Shakti, the world has been created, and the world has been created in such a way by the sound waves, and the first thing it came as Akash Tattva. Akash Tattva, it is called as hum sound. Then Akash is a fixed one. Thereafter, the next element is generated, is out of the yam sound, that is called the air. Then Akash and air. Akash means space, sky and the wind. Both together has created the third thing. Third element comes is the fire, Agni Tattva. And after that fire, the Jala Tattva means water. Water means liquids are created. And after all the four ingredients, the next creation is of the Prithvi Tattva, means the earth element. Earth element includes all the parameters of sky, air, fire, water, everything is in the earth element. So all these elements are created, then the humans are created. And in the case of humans, they have the same power as that of the Shiva. So, but Shiva's power, how humans cannot exercise. This is because he, as a human being, he self-imposes that I cannot do, my capacity is limited, and all this thinking will make them into the Kala Tattva. Kala is just like a moon has got several phases. The phases are reducing. Moon phases are reducing one by one, like that the Kalas are reducing. The original Shiva gets reduced as a human being. And this is called his doership, gets limited. When the doership is limited, his knowledge also gets limited by Vidya, and that is called Maya Mala. Here, when Kala is there, it is limited, it is atomic, he gets small part of the whole. So it is Anava Mala. Atom, Anu is the atom. Anu is atom and Anamal is impurity from the totality. It has become a fragmented value. Maya Mala is a Vidya Tattva. That is, we are having subject-object relationship and all that. We are having worldly knowledge, and that worldly knowledge is a limited knowledge. We don't have totality of the knowledge. We have separate people for different knowledge, like doctors, chartered accountants, lawyers, and different vocational things, and so many other things. We have got a class of people separate, not a one person having everything. So knowledge gets limited. So Sadashiv Tattva is the raga, the desire. There is a multiplicity of desires and attachments. Attachment towards the family, and friends, and all relations, clients, and everybody. Another thing that is called all relations we are attached to is making us reduce ourselves, because we are separating ourselves from our own self and the other people. So this reductions take place. The attachments are such that reductions are so much that we call it a dualism. I am there and somebody else is different person. So Agora, then the Karma Mala comes, the Nityatva. The Shiva's Nityatva is the eternality is reduced to Kala, time. Past, we are always facing the past, present, and future. So we are limited by time. We are limited by Niyati, or Shiva has got all the powers of Sarva Vyapakatva. So he pervades everywhere. But we have got Niyati, we are limited to particular place, and space limitation is already there. So these are the called Yoni Varga Kala Shariram. Kala means we get reduction of each and everything, all these elements. So next slide, we can say there are 36 tattvas together. So I have explained you Shiva, Shakti, Sadashiv, Ishwar, Shuddha Vidya is the 5 is the soul. Soul is, we call it, Tripur Sundari has got 3 types of cities, soul, mind and body. So soul has got 5 ingredients. Which are the 5 ingredients? Freedom. Freedom means freedom from everything. He can do anything. So omnipotent is a freedom. Omniscience, Shiva has got. Purna completeness, Shiva has got. Shiva has got eternity. And Shiva has got omnipresence. So all these have been reduced and fragmented by the Maya. That is illusion. So Swatantra is fragmented. Omniscience is fragmented into limited knowledge. Purna completeness is fragmented into the desires, attachment. Then Ishvara is fragmented to time. Eternity is limited. Space is also limited. And we make Tat Purush means a so small person we make right from the Shiva, we have become a human individual person. So now we have to study a human individual person. So because we have to come out of from the Maya by the sadhana. So first we have to understand what are our limitations and what are the ingredients used for our sadhana. So there are bodily, there are 24 faculties we have to take into account for its purification. How? This purification is done by the prakriti, means the tendency of our mind. I am generally telling Śrī Yantra, I am thinking that Śrī Yantra is nothing but it is our mind. If you go from Trailokya Mohan Chakra to the top of point of the Śrī Yantra, it is a progression of our mind. And same thing, and this mind faculty is the only thing which makes us reduce to a small person. Now, what are the ingredients of our mind faculty? That is Prakriti, is called as a tendency. There are 3 types of Prakritis. We call Sattva Guna, means purity of mind. Rajogana means we always relax, we always get engrossed in the money, fame, popularity and everything. Then Tamogana is just to catch somebody's properties or the money and to make another person do our work, or that is tamas. Tamas is that to make others people right used by certain dominant persons. That is, dominance is called as tamas. Now the mana. Mana is the mind. Mind has got emotions. And we have to do the sadhana according to different emotions. Our Śrī Vidya sadhana is for the ananda, means what is ananda? It's for bliss. Bliss in the sense, we do it, the sadhana in a happily way, happy forms. But if you want to do the Kali of the sadhana, then there is a different way of emotion. Emotions changes. And these emotions are changing because Kali is going towards void. Going toward void means all the emotions have to be reduced to void. If you are doing like a Buddha Bhagavan, Gautam Buddha, he had done Tara sadhana. Tara means he did not want to enjoy the world, but he wanted to liberate only. By any way, he wanted liberation. So there are different emotions and different sadhanas. There are so many vidyas are there. And mind and emotions are important for our sadhana. And we should accept the sadhana according to the bent of our mind. Now the buddhi. Buddhi is an intellect. Intelligence is very good in a way. We always say a person, a very intelligent person. But sometimes it creates a problem also. So mind is always busy. Thought process is always going on. If the thought process is going on, we always have different ideas. So different ideas and different ways. And there are different ideas having making others happy and helping others. And some of the ideas is that to misuse our intelligence by taking opportunity of others. So intelligence works also in both the ways. And ahamkar. Ahamkar is ego. And we call a memory. All the perceptions are stored in our mind. And all memory, we can always say the particular person has behaved such a way with me, so I should behave like this. Or we have a history of other person's behavior. And all these ideas make our mind full of all this ego and emotions and intellect. All the things together make our ego means I-ness. We never say our own body as anything, but we have our own name. I will say I am Yogeshwar. But actually speaking, everybody is Shiva. Nobody is different. By the nomenclature, our names are different, so we always differentiate each and other persons. But the consciousness is same for everybody. Consciousness doesn't say. It's not that somebody has got more consciousness and somebody has got less consciousness. Consciousness is with everybody. But we always think a name of a person, this person is like this, the other person is like that. And we do not recognize their total consciousness is same, Chetana Shakti, what we say, the power of the mind is same, everything is same. But and how? Man, Buddhi and Ahankar works on the 5 cognitive senses. 5 cognitive senses are, we call it Gnanendriya in Sanskrit. But cognitive senses are ears, skin, eyes, tongue, and nose. So these are the vehicles by which our mind is going out. Then there are motor organs, speech, hands, legs, genitals, and anus. They make the karmas. Karma means deeds. Then there are tattvas, Akash tattva, Vayu tattva, Agni tattva, Jala tattva means sky, water, sky, air or gases, then fire, then water or the liquids, and the prithvi or the metals. These are the different things. And because of the sky, when there is a sky, then we can, there is a generation of sound. Without sky, we cannot get the sound. If you have a vacuum room, you will not listen any of the sound. But if there is a sky, you can listen the sound. The medium is there for the sound. When sound is there, then there is a speech. When there is a speech, if you go from down to up, from Akash Tattva, there is a sound. Then if you go further up, it is a speech. It is, if you go further up, there is ear. Because speech is there, then ear is required. So all this goes to all the man, buddhi, ahankar. Then vayu means air. From air you can have a touch senses. Then hands also you can use it in the air. Skin, you can feel the touch by the skin. And then the touch is again processed in your emotions, intellect and ego. Agni is a fire. Fire means light. So because of light, we can see the shape and size and everything. And fire is also makes us see the from eye. If there is no light, we cannot see. So fire is required. And it goes up to emotions, intellect and memory. Jala Tattva is a water or liquid. If you eat in a restaurant, you have a taste. Because of the Jiva. Jiva means tongue. Tongue is the taste. Because of watery tongue, you get the taste. And then you can intellect which is this type of taste. Whether you like it or not is emotion. And you store it in a memory. Then third, Prithvi Tattva is the smell. Smell, there are different type of smells, good and bad, according to your way of thinking. Then there is a nose. Smell comes, then there is a nose. From nose, it will go to your processing center is intellect. Whether like it or not is emotions, and then you store it in the memory. So this way, all the tattvas are connected to each other and fragmented. So all this chart of 36 tattvas are telling us that everything has descended from the consciousness to the last, from top Shiva Tattva to Prithvi Tattva, the consciousness has been descended. Now we have to regain. So when the consciousness has been descended to all these different organs, so in that case, in sadhana, what we have to do? So in Sri Vidya sadhana, there are procedures. When we do tattva sadhana, there are 36 elements we are purifying. First, body we are purifying, mind we are purifying, and then we are purifying the soul. So 36 elements are very important in Sri Vidya sadhana. It is also important in Kashmir Shaivism. So both are connected, and all this sadhana can only be done if you are pure in this 36 tattvas. So you have to purify the 36 elements. These 36 elements has to be purified. It has been divided into three ways. Soul, Shiva, Shakti, Sadashiv, Ishwar, Shuddha Vidya, means Ichha Shakti, Gnan Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Mind is divided into Maya, Kala, Avidya, Raga, Kala, Niyati, and a Tatpurush. And 24 is what we have discussed. rest of the tattvas. So this is 3 ways it is divided. So tattvachmana we are doing this way. However, kala shariram, yoni varga kala shariram. So what is kala? Kala, we are dividing this 36 tattva in a 5 ways. 5 types of kalas. Nivritti kala, prithvi tattva. Pratishtha kala, jala tattva to prakriti tattva. Vignan kala, maya to tatpurush. And shanta kala, Sadashiva Ishwar Shuddha Vidya. Shantitita kala is Shiva and Shakti together.
Okay, Dada, just 1 second, please. Anil bhai, could you please mute your mic, please? Anil? Okay, fine. Go ahead, Dada. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So I have divided 36 tattvas in 5 parts. So Nivritti Kala, from the down we have to go to up, because we are doing sadhana from our down to going to Shiva up. So we will say the yellow color line, Nivritti Kala, is a Prithvi Tattva. Prithvi means earth element, and it is somehow correlated to Anavam Annamaya Kosh. Annamaya Kosh, it is correlated. If you know Panchakosh, Panchakoshamba. So it is very interesting to know that it is correlated. Then Pratishtha Kala is Prakriti to Jala Tattva. The Prakriti Tattva means the nature to the water element. So that is called as Pratishtha Kala. Here in the green Pratishtha Kala. Incidentally, this is also Pranamaya Kosh. Then this correlation I have done it. Vidya Kala is Maya Kala, Avidya, Rag, Kal, Niyati, Tatpurush, which I have explained you. This is in mind, limitation of mind, so it is called as Manomaya Kosh. So another is Shantatita Kala, is the Sadashiv, Ishwar and Shuddha Vidya, means Ichha Shakti, Gnan Shakti and Kriya Shakti. It is called Vignanmaya Kosh. This Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti and Gnan Shakti is called as Trishul of Shiva. And on that there is a separate book in Kashmir Shaivism as Paratremshika, which is very high. Let us cover from the down to this much, then we will discuss this. Then Shantatita Kala, the highest Kala, is Shiva and Shakti together. Shiva, Shakti together, always they are together, they are never separate. And that is called Anandamaya Kosh, that is total bliss. Now if you connect this Sri Vidya, we have got Panchapanchika Puja. In Panchapanchika Puja, you have got Kosh Panchakoshamba. So these are the Panchakoshambas. So we have to cross these 36 tattvas. So it is very interesting. So I am combining everything together. Although I am talking of 36 tattvas only for half an hour. But I think you might like it or not, but it's very important, and I am telling you this, you have to remember by heart. And then you have to come across this correlative study and understand. And then the sadhana is to merge Nivritti Kala into Pratishtha Kala. Pratishtha Kala into merge into the Vidya Kala. Vidya Kala has to be merged with Shanta Kala. And Shanta Kala ultimately will be merged to Shanta Tita Kala. At that time, we will complete our sadhana. This is the process of sadhana. So it is core important. So I'll not bore you much more on this 36 tattvas. Let me go ahead. Coming to Yoni Roop, Yoni Varga Kala Shariram. Varga means what? I'm taking each words. I'm explaining each word. What is Yoni Varga? Is a I, U, E, I, O, aha. Then ka, kha, ga, ga, ang, cha, cha, ja, ja, ya, ta, tha, da, da, na, ta, tha, da, dha, na, ya, ra, la, va, sha, 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 ha, rak, sha. These are Sanskrit letters. It is arranged in Akathadi triangle. If you are doing a Patra sadhan, so there are so many Purna Visheks are over here. They must be doing puja also. So this is Akathadi chakra, triangle. So what it is? Here Yoni is the source of Maya Shakti, illusion. We are operated by our mind in the form of letters and sentences called as class of Matruka. So Matruka is like a double-edged sword. It can protect you or restrict you. This is subject-object relationship. Matruka means whenever you say any word, it has got that subject, and that word will signify some object. If we say table, it will say object is a table. If you say the flower, the object is a flower. If you say the tree, the object is a tree. If you say the pond or any mountain, then the subject is mountain. So subject-object relationship is the words and matruka. Then, so these are the subject-object relationship. So you are dragged towards the worldly things. So we call matruka chakra. You are dragged toward worldly things. There are causes, and this, there it causes the Maya and caught by it. Our knowledge is limited by outside world only, and we are connected to world every day. This matruka can also liberate you. Now how? That we'll see the slide. All the Tantra has given very much importance to the matruka, that is sound. The whole universe is created by the sound. Each phoneme has the particular deity. This we had Sri Kanthadi Puja at Kadi. So each phoneme has got the deity. So much is researched by the rishis. Matruka is the universal mother or power of sound corresponding to the letters of the alphabets. This sound produces the entire universe. If you want to go in detail which sound has produced what substance, better to read Garland of Letters by Sir John Woodruff or Arthur Avalon. You will get much more details. Here we can't cover everything here. If the use of matruka is not understood properly, then and misused, then it may become a disaster. Such a person cannot come out with the vicious circle of life and death. This happens when there is a limited knowledge due to anava mal, means atomic impurity, maya mal, illusion, and karma mala means deeds, whatever deeds are done. But it is properly understood, it will liberate the user. Matruka is very important. It will catch you and it will also make you free. Matruka is a subtle form of gross speech. we are using for the worldly subject and object purposes as a language without realizing the power of the sound. So this is very important. Without realizing the power of sound, you have to understand what is the power of sound. The realization of this sound with the Matruka leads to liberation of our soul. So the technology of sound is the mantras. Different sound and phonemes make the mantras. And these mantras, if it is chanted, one can liberate very easily. All the tantras have given very much importance to the Matruka. Whichever tantra you take, it is there. Sri Vidya has given Matruka at its first avarana called as Trailokya Mohana Chakra. How it is related to Sri Vidya, I am also telling you. This is the question. The presiding deities are Ashtamatruka. This is the avarana of Jagruta Avastha, waking state. When we are in waking state, these Matrukas operate. They bound the jiva if it is misused. See, Matruka is very, very important. They can bound you also. Why they are worshipped? To use it judiciously. Once you know how they can make you so down, you can understand that you have to worship them and you should use it properly. So, Baglamukhi is a proper metaphor. Your tongue is your enemy. Your tongue is your enemy. So, Ripujibham, Kilai Kilai. Baglamukhi is catching the tongue of the enemy. Enemy is your own tongue. You, whatever you speak, useless and make the bad deeds and karmas, you get that punishment. So what are the Matrukas? Brahmi Matruka. Ka Varga means Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, Ang. That makes the kama, means desire. By talking or speaking the Matrukas, we produce our desires because our mind, the intellect operates on Matruka. Intellect, you cannot think without the letters or the language. Whatever language you have, I don't say it is Sanskrit or English or any Tamil or Gujarati or Marathi, Hindi, whatever. Whatever is the language, that language is occupied in your mind and you always think in that language only. So that language creates the desire. Next is Maheshwari, Matruka. Cha, cha, ja, ja, ya. It is krodh, anger. Whatever you speak, you can speak with anger also, or you can make others angry also. So these are the ways the Matrukas can be misused. Kaumari, tatha dadana. It is love or lust. Some Matrukas, insurance agent will come and tell you, you take this policy, you will get this benefit, you got this mutual fund is better, this one is investment is good. They have lust for commission and they make us so much terrified, and then we have to buy the script, either get insured or whatever. Vaishnavi is the tatha da na. It's a moha or a fascination. by language, you can always make people attracted. You can always get so much attracted to the people, or you can get yourself attracted by others. So your language should be such. How you have to use your language is very important. Varahi is the pa-pha-ba-bha-ma. That is mother, is the proudiness. That generates ego. And because a person is a proud, people will not come and meet you. Or if others are so much proud, you will not like to just converse with them. Mahendri is yaralava. That is matsarya, is jealousy. By words, you can create a jealousy. You can make jealousy. So they are also dangerous. Chamunda. Sha, sha, sa, ha. Some of the words injures the people. Sometimes we taunt them. Sometimes we make them, let them down. All this, sometimes we make so much manipulation in speaking. So it makes our bad deeds. Mahalakshmi Matruka, a, I, u, ru, dru, e, I, o, ah. That is punya. It helps. Matruka will help you guide people. By guiding and helping, you can help. I think it's 10:30. Anybody would like to say?
Thank you, Dada. I think, Gopi, you had a question? Okay, Dada, you're, okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, please, Gopi.
Okay, Dadaji, so when you talked of the 36 tattvas, I was trying to relate to what we do in the Tattva Shodhanam. So is the sequence so very critical, because in the third slide that you had shown, the Shuddha tattvas, Tvak came after the Shrotra.
Yeah.
Maya
Even you
Vidya
will.
Raga Kal Nitya Purusha Sadashiva Shuddha Vidyarthana. So Tvak Shotra Jikhvagrana. That's how I am used to reading the Padhati that I follow. So it's just
Correct.
intrigued by the difference in the sequence.
I have done the sequence problem solved by my way of teaching. It's not that script you are having as the wrong thing, but I have corrected the script in the way that what you see the vertical line, it has to come in the sequence. See what you are saying, the matrukas, what you say, tvak, no?
Tvak, Jnanendriya.
Gnanendriya.
Tvak Chakshu Shrota Jikhva. That's how we go reading it. Yeah.
Tvak is the correct. But the skin comes with the touch in Tanmatra. And it is also coming with the air.
Yeah.
So air is the touch and then the skin. So I have redesigned.
Okay.
Even I have redesigned genitals and anus. I have interchanged.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I have interchanged because the watery substance and the smell and the earth that connects here. The vertical, if you go up, you will realize that I have corrected this part also, genitals and anus. Pad payo upastha. Upastha comes last.
Yes.
Do you get this?
Yes, sir.
But due to the explanation part of it, I have connected it in a schematic way that from sky you can get the entire upgradation of from sky you get the words, from words you get the speech, then you get from speech you can listen. Yeah. From air you get the touch. From touch you get the skin, because skin is the touch. So like that I have deliberately put it to explain you.
Okay.
So you are right that the script doesn't say this. The order is changed by myself, and I acknowledge. It's good that you have explained here.
Okay,
I'm happy.
okay, there's two more questions, Dada. Antariksh, would you like to unmute your mic? Was there a question from Antariksh?
Pranam, yes. So I have two questions. First is जो मातृका का restriction and liberation है. I want to understand it better. If you can give me examples for restriction.
Restrictions. When by your speaking you harm others, then it's a restriction. But while speaking, you help others. And by matruka, how we are using it? What is in the meditation? Do you use matruka in meditation?
Absolutely.
You don't use it.
We do
So-
use for visualization, right?
That is from the beginning.
Beginning.
But if you go ahead,
Hmm.
then you have to go to Niranjan Nirakar.
Yes.
Means you have to go beyond forms and space or whatever. Shiva has got no characters, no attributes. The matruka is the way of our mind functioning, and mind functioning is done by matruka, so it bounds you. If you are going for a sadhana, then whatever you are getting the mantra is that it will not create thought of that mantra. Other things will have a different sequence of thoughts. But the mantra is once planted, it will not generate thought. So it will rest your mind, and slowly the mantra will melt. And after melting the mantra, you will be having a thoughtless position, and that thoughtless position will be your automatic meditation. So this way it works. Am I clear on this?
Yes, yes, Adbhut, ekdam Adbhut hai ye. Second, I wanted to understand. So you correlated matrukas with श्रीकंठादि पूजा. तो ये संदर्भ में देखने आया है, but if you can explain little more about it, तो whenever we go through that nyas or the श्रीकंठा, the whole names, थोड़ा और हमको benefit होगा, because like if you explain we can relate more ऐसे.
See, if you go through the, if you have done this Yogini Nyas.
हाँ जी.
So Yogini Nyas, so it starts with the letter. How? So Yogini Nyas is coming in the way from which chakra it comes? From which chakra Yogini Nyas comes? Vishuddhi chakra. Do you understand?
हाँ जी.
Ka, a, I, u, e, I, o, aha.
Yes.
So Sri Kanthadi start with that only.
Yes, yes.
So it goes and correlates with Sri Kantha, and even Shakti is also there. And
Yes.
I had done this total lecture of the explanation of Sri Kanthadi at Gujarati. We can also make it if it is possible. But all these chakras, if you imagine these deities, then that your this chakra will also get activated very well.
अच्छा.
So next is coming to the heart chakra.
Yes.
So that is ka kha ga ga ang, ka kha ga ga ang, cha cha ja 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 ta tha
Tha. Yes.
tha. So that also Srikanthadi names are there.
Yes, yes.
So like that, you have the scheme of all chakras. And finally, if you go to the Sahasrara
Agya.
chakra, all are repeated again.
Yes.
So all, this is what you say, from fragmentation, you come to totality, and from totality, you get liberation.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मतलब this correlation is so beautiful. And
Thank you.
जब हम क्रियात्मक रूप से करेंगे बाहर, तो it really adds a lot of value.
Right. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Antariksh. Dada, you have time for one more question?
Yes, I have a lot of time.
Okay, it's late for you. Ganesh, would you like to unmute your mic, please?
Sure. Namaste ji. So
Namaste.
in the Matrika, right? So I'm used to doing Mahayaga Krama Nyasas there. Chamunda is mentioned as Punyatmane, and Mahalakshmi is mentioned as Papatmane. I saw it interchanged here. So any specific reason why, or are there variants like that?
This one.
Yeah. In Bhavana Upanishad, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsarga, Punya, Papatmane, that sequence goes that way. So here
Yes.
Chamunda is after Papa.
So this sequence I have taken from our Avaran Puja. Sri Vidya Avaran Puja. And that whatever has been done by the Bhattaraka in that, what you say, Bhattaraka has done this Bhavanopanishad explanations. Have you got that?
Yeah.
So in that, he has also say, Pitra,
Varahi Pitru Rupa.
what Varahi, Pitru Devta, Kurukulla, Matru Devta, all that. So his way of explanation is little different. And actually speaking, to aha has to come first, isn't it? Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi, I have written the Matruka to aha. That comes in the beginning, isn't it? So did you get? So all the way of explanation is different. Totality is same. Whatever you see the avrana of Sri Yantra, and whatever has been given by that Bhattaraka in Bhavanopanishad, that is little different, because the difference comes only because Upanishadic way there is a difference, and Tantric way there is a difference. The main difference is because of the school of thoughts. School of thoughts of Vedas is one, Upanishad is one, and thereafter, if you see, the Puranas are different, and Tantra is totally different. Tantra is the latest version.
So, Dada, do you think, because what Ganesh is saying, that in the Bhavapanishad, they talk about Mahalakshmi as Papa, Chamunda as Punya. So obviously the Bhavanopanishad is Bhaskara, you're saying it as per Tantra. So are you saying it's a Parampara Bhed?
No, here's the way of explanation. See, Mahalakshmi is a Papa because he feels that when you get so much of wealth, you may make misuse of it. So much of wealth. So, and Chamunda is generally, if you say the Durga Saptasati, so Chamunda is there to liberate Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So Chamunda is for liberation, they are telling. So that is, they are telling Purna. Because why it is Purna? Because they are killing the internal Daityas, means all the, what we say, demons. Internal demons they are killing. So they say that killing is the Punya.
So sorry to interrupt. The third column here actually calls out all those 8 as malas, right? Karma malas. So how is punya is also a mala? Mala is actually in dirt or impurity, right?
See, when you are going for meditation, what you should have, no good, no bad. See, if you want to recover, suppose you have got good karmas, next birth you will also come back and enjoy that karmas, isn't it? So next birth you are coming for enjoying that karma.
Okay.
So it is better that you leave that karma. Whatever you do, good things, don't keep it in your memory. Don't store it with yourself. Then you can go for liberation. Otherwise, there is a repetition of birth for good karma also. You have to enjoy that good karma. So sequence continues. But in Sri Vidya, we are keeping pap and punya together. We want to analyze, inhale. Inhale means we want to take out pap and punya from our mind. That thought process, we want to take it out. So that we get liberation. So both are dangerous. Pap is also dangerous, punya is also dangerous. In punya, if you do, you will have a pride also. So all the mental faculties will become so much boosted up. So better to remain calm, quiet, and in meditation. There was one question that why Shiva has created good and bad. Why pap and punya? Because this has been created to understand the importance of good things. If you want to do good things to others, means why this pap and punya is totality kept, is that you have to go for universal realization. So if you are doing that universal realization, there is no pap and no punya. This is only at the human level it is. Our thinking is encapsulated in such a way that we always say fragmentation of pap and punya. That fragmentation should go away. It should be dissolved. So nothing is good, nothing is bad. Then only you can have a universal realization, and all the fragmentation and all the good quality, bad quality should not come into way of your mind. Mind has to be clear.
Okay.
Anybody wants to say on this?
I think that's all it is for today, Dada. We've asked a few questions, but thank you very much for that.
Okay.
So if they want to ask further, they can put it on the group. And looking forward to your lectures next week. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Jai Ambe.
Jai Ambe. Thank you.